बेंगलुरु लंबे समय से एक अमेरिकी वाणिज्य दूतावास का इंतजार कर रहा है, जिसे अमेरिका द्वारा पिछले साल इसके बारे में औपचारिक घोषणा करने के बावजूद अभी तक शहर में स्थापित नहीं किया गया है। और अब बीजेपी सांसद तेजस्वी सूर्या, जो सालों से मांग का नेतृत्व कर रहे हैं, उन्होंने बेंगलुरु में प्रस्तावित अमेरिकी वाणिज्य दूतावास की स्थापना के लिए आवश्यक यानी जरूरी बुनियादी ढांचा प्रदान करने में विफलता का आरोप लगाते हुए कर्नाटक राज्य सरकार की आलोचना की है। देखिए पूरा इंटरव्यू।
Tejasvi Surya joins me live at this point in time on the broadcast. Tejasvi, this is a big charge coming in from you. You have, of course, been demanding for the US Consulate since you became an MP. But at this juncture, is this more of a blame game? If you could take us through some of the details that you have, which makes you, make this big charge against the state government.
Good evening, Deepak. Deepak, the demand for a US consulate in Bengaluru is a very old one. As old as from the time of Shri S.M. Krishna's chief ministership, when the city truly emerged on the global map as a IT and science hub. So this demand has been long-standing but did not take any traction. Subsequent to 2019, there was a great push from all of us MPs of Bengaluru. I met with Jaishankarji multiple times, and he asked me to then meet with the then Ambassador of United States in India, Ken Jester. So when I met with him, he assured that the US will be very keen to set up a US consulate in Bengaluru. A couple of years later, after COVID, we renewed the demand. I multiple times met Jaishankarji. He told me when he had come to Bangalore also that he will, the next time he meets with his counterpart in the US, he will again push for this. And finally, in 2022, when Prime Minister Narendra Modi, in 2023, when Prime Minister Narendra Modi went to the United States on a bilateral visit, as a part of a reciprocal arrangement, India committed to opening up a Indian consulate in Seattle, and the US government, as a reciprocal agreement, committed to opening a US consulate in both Bengaluru and Ahmedabad. So it's been pretty much a year since this in principle commitment came through from the United States, which is a very, very big thing. So ever since then, the expectation was that the government of Karnataka will immediately swing into action.
Well, Tejasvi, I'm sorry to butt in here, but you said since a year there's been an in-principle approval, and it's just been about 6 to 7 months that the Congress has been in power, so the BJP government as well had to do its bit.
Deepak, there has been, the approval, in-principle approval came in the fag end of the state government, the BJP government's tenure, when we had a couple of more months only, and then the state was in election mode. But it's been almost 8 months now since the new government has come. And, I wouldn't want to get into a political blame game if we had not, if time as long as 8 months had elapsed, if it had not elapsed. So it's been almost 8 months now. But even after that, there has been no official communication whatsoever from the state government side to US authorities to, making promises and, to offer support, infrastructure and otherwise. But what is strange is that on multiple occasions, both the Deputy Chief Minister as well as the ITBT Minister have gone and addressed media and tried to take credit for bringing this US consulate to Bengaluru, when they have absolutely no role in the US making this commitment. It was thanks to the Modi government's efforts, thanks to the Prime Minister prioritizing Bengaluru and Ahmedabad, thanks to the EAM's constant push, thanks to the MPs of Bengaluru making constant push for all of this. But then the problem is that the government here does not want to make good on the promise what has happened and translate it into reality by promising the state government.
Well, no doubt, of course, the centre's role in setting up a consulate, is going to be vital here. But is this becoming more of a blame game here? Because on one hand, you're saying that they have not done any correspondence. There's nothing in writing that they've given up until now. On the other, you're saying they're trying to also here
there have been multiple instances.
They're trying to say that they are the ones who are doing enough to get the consulate. So where does this fine line really come in?
Finally, once the in-principle approval is made, the role of the government of India pretty much concludes. Thereupon, it is incumbent on the state government to provide for the necessary infrastructure. Now, I am told that the government of Gujarat is, showing great alacrity, showing great commitment towards this announcement and making, are following up effectively. But in Karnataka, other than empty statements by the ministers here, that, there may be a US Consulate setting up soon. This is something that all of us know. We know this from the last 1 year that US has already given. I am telling you that I have learned from the sources in, who are aware of these matters, that till today, the government of Karnataka has not submitted any written proposal offering support to the US authorities. My demand through you.
Okay, a statement like this coming just weeks before the Lok Sabha election, is this also keeping in mind that, because there is of course a, large number of people in Karnataka who don't want to really travel to Chennai, there's so much of expenditure, there's also a lot of time that's wasted. So it in principle, having a consulate and whichever government of course facilitates that stands at an advantage in the minds of the people as well. And come Lok Sabha, that's something that's going to, be in the minds of the people. So is this, all this is coming up because Lok Sabha elections are around the corner, or is there more to the story?
Deepak, since the day I got elected, I have been single-mindedly pursuing the US Consulate in Bengaluru cause. So you cannot say that I have been raising this issue just because the Lok Sabha elections are here. If the US Consulate in Bengaluru today, we have got the in-principle approval, it is because of 5 years of consistent and focused efforts. Now, perhaps the reason why the state government does not want to make this happen before the Lok Sabha elections is maybe they are wary that if the US Consulate starts operations, the credit may fully go to the union government, to Narendra Modi and to the BJP MPs. Perhaps that is why they are not showing keen interest. But my request to the state government is to not do politics with a cause that is so crucial to the city of Bengaluru. Every single time an engineer or a student from Bengaluru has to travel to Chennai, Hyderabad, Kolkata or Delhi, it takes 3 full days for a visa stamping, for a visa interview. It costs more than 30,000-40,000 rupees, which is putting lakhs of our citizens into inconvenience. If the state government is not keen, let them state it that they do not want this consulate. Let them go to the public and say this.
Okay.
But let them not go before.
Like one second, Deepak. If we go by what you're saying, that the state government it does not want to really do this, they do not have the interest to do it, and more importantly, if you feel that because the credit may go to the center and before the Lok Sabha elections, they don't want that to happen, that's why they're stalling this. From the center, from your end, what can be done in this situation?
Well, I have been very sincerely raising the inaction of the state government. I have spoken to you also in the afternoon today. I am telling you through you this thing. I have spoken to the authorities in the state government. In a couple of days ago, when I had an occasion to meet with a senior minister of the state government, I brought this issue up again and told him that the state government needs to follow through on this commitment. I will also write to the chief minister. But now it is completely upon the state government's, onus that they should now follow up, ensure the necessary infrastructure is put in place, and do it with the concerned channels, and not go before the media and give press statements trying to get credit for this. Let this not be a political credit war. Let the people of Bengaluru get this US Consulate, which is almost a few decade-old demand. Let this finally be met.
Right, absolutely. And thank you, Tejasvi Surya, for speaking to us. While from political parties, there could be, of course, issues of wanting to take credit that could come up. But at this point in time, the most crucial aspect here is for Bengalurians, for the people of Karnataka, that hopefully this consulate, which is of great importance to the people here, is set up as soon as possible. And while, of course, there could be blame games, but people will hope that all of it is resolved and this consulate is set up at the earliest. I'm thanking Mr. Tejasvi Surya once again.
Thank you.